Trigunaatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo
Apologies for not having the sound on. So I hope you've all got your feet into your bucket and placed yourselves in bandhan. If not, feel free to do so now. So just while everyone catches up to how far ahead I've gone, I'll play the Ganapati song. So once you've got your bucket vibrated, your feet are in, just drop the right hand down to the earth and the left hand open on your lap. We'll keep our attention at Sahasrara. You can touch with your right hand onto the Sahasrara. So let's just keep our hands at the level of our heart and asking Shri Mataji, please let us feel collectively what would be good to work on. Please show me the chakras we can collectively clear. So we're trying to see the vibrations of the collective, our collective here. If you keep it in the chat, that'd be great. We can work on spontaneously what comes to you. Let's put our hand on the heart, center heart. Ah, got a right heart as well. Excellent. Let's start with center heart. Let's just say Jai Jagadamba about 12 times. Jai Jagadamba, 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 Jagadamba. And then on the right, Swadhisthana, we can keep our left hand there. The affirmation, Shri Mataji, I do nothing. You are the doer and you are the enjoyer. And the mantra of Shri Nimala Chitta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nimala Chitta Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Hope that's clearing for you. Feels a bit better to me. We'll go up to the right heart with the left hand. Shri Mataji, verily, you are the responsibility in me. You are the boundaries of my good conduct and the benevolence of a good father. Shri Sitaram. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sitaram Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's place our two hands at the two Swadhisthans behind, and we'll take the mantra of Shri Bhagavati, just to clear two Swadhisthans. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bhagavati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And then sweep down to the front, down the legs, into the water. Just do that a couple more times. And the third time. Just raising our Kundalini up through the central channel, from the base of the spine, up to the Sahasrara. Just see in your hands if there's anything else we want to clear. There's no messages from anyone, and it's feeling nice to me. So let's rinse our feet and take our feet out of the water. Now you can either take your bucket to dispose of it, or you can put it to one side, and we'll meditate for a few moments before we start the video excerpt, which is a Mahalakshmi puja in Kolhapur. So while we're removing our buckets, just share with you the lovely video of this song Parameshwari, which we can meditate to.
विश्व निर्मला प्रेमाश्रम विद्यालया सर्वेश्वरी भगवती निर्मला हमें तेरी ममता का आश्रय मिला परमेश्वरी भगवती निर्मला हमें तेरी ममता का आश्रय मिला।
So we'll just share now the video excerpt. Probably go for 2 or 3 nights. The Mahalakshmi Puja in 1984. It is, yes, in Kolhapur. So please enjoy.
So we are all here now. इंग्लिश मध्ये असं बोलते कारण इथे फार कमी मंडळी तेव्हा इंग्लिशमध्येच बोलते. In this sacred place called Kolhapur, the goddess killed an asura called Kolasura here, who was a very bad demon, who was born again recently, but he died also. So thank God the death of Kolasura has taken place. This place especially is marked because from the Mother Earth, the Mahalakshmi energy was emitted specially from the deity of Mahalakshmi. And as you know that Mahalakshmi is the ascending power within us through which we ascend. It's like the staircase which takes you into the realm of God. And so it is very important. And Maharashtra's deity is Vithala, Shri Krishna, because it is the ascending power of Vishnu to Shri Krishna, then Mahavishnu, and then to Sahasrara. All this is possible because we have got Mahalakshmi channeled within us. If you did not have Sushumna, we would have been like animals only. Even animals have this channel up to a point. As you know, they can come up to the void. But after the void, the ascent as human being starts through this Mahalakshmi energy within us. So this energy is very important. And that one is very much worshipped in this country. First, this energy starts working within us as seeking shelter and food. Once the shelter is established, which is established through the Mahakali Shakti, I mean, when it is in the heart of an animal, sense of security is established, then he starts seeking food. In the same way, human beings also, once he is established in his security, then he starts thinking of feeding himself, looking after himself. So at the very primitive stage, the human beings first tried to establish their security by getting into some caves or some shelters where they could abide without fear to life, because if there is no life, you don't think of food. For example, if there's an emergency, we had a very bad floods in Patna, and it was such a bad flood that people had to go in the upper story and look after their security. That was the first thing, which is such an innate feeling in human beings to preserve life. And that comes from the Mahakalis, cows. And when they went up there, they told me that they didn't have food for 3 days, but they had never thought of food. They never even thought they were hungry. They were only worried that the water may rise up to that point where they are and they'll all sink and die. So the only worry was that how to exist, how to survive. And the food question did not come. But when people starve, they also start thinking of insecurity, that they may die, and then they start thinking about food. So the first security comes in, then the second comes the sense of food. In emergency, the sense of food that comes is the beginning. But later on, we start putting our attention to food. Then the enjoyment of the food, then discrimination of the food, and all those things, you see, various things start coming into us, and we get lost with this Mahalakshmi Tattva. The more we worry about the food, the more we worry about the taste of the food, the more we worry about the time of the food. I mean, one can live without food for 2-3 days very easily. There's no problem. But we think that we are used to breakfast at 8 o'clock, we must have breakfast at 8 o'clock. Like Indians are used to their lunch at 10 o'clock, they must have lunch at 10 o'clock. This is all our slavery to time, and that's how our seeking, which is higher, finishes up. Then they start talking about food all the time. This is, of course, Mahalakshmi's blessings that we think of food. But she doesn't say that you get lost with it. So we get lost with it, and once we are lost with it, then our seeking doesn't become higher. Our taste habits, we like this, we like that, this is good, that is bad, would like to have this. Still, if it lingers, it keeps us down. Whatever we get, we should try to eat. Whatever we think good may not be good for us. It may be good for the time, but may not be good for us, may not be good from vibrations point of view. So whatever God gives us, whatever is there, is good, vibrate it and eat it. Also, then the preservation sense comes in, that if you eat wrong type of food, then people start thinking that this will also ruin their security because they may lose their health. Then they start thinking about, up to a point is all right, but if you do too much, then you get out of the circulation, in the sense that if you are flying through, will you please pay attention here? I am surprised that you are Sahajogis. How is it your attention goes to small things like that? There's a lady still looking at that. So. If अहो जरा तुम्ही असं करा, मी बसले असताना येऊ नका, सगळ्यांचं अटेन्शन खराब होतं. Please try to put your attention to what I am saying. Is it important that because I am bringing something, must you see that? I mean, this is really silly at this age. Now your Sahajogis, your attention should be concentrated. So now the attention more goes towards the acquisition of better facilities for food or better food or whatever you may call, for health food as you call it, and that also if you go too much. You can touch the banks, but you shouldn't cross over and walk through, otherwise how will you move on the river? That's the point. So we start building up that sort of a nonsense also. This is good for health, this is not good for health, that is good for health. And health for what? For what is the health? Health is for having a good attention, which you don't have. It's lost in the food. And some people I've seen, they are just still lost in food completely. Though they have got the glimpse of Sahaja Yoga, but still they are very much attached to food. So that sort of an attitude must be changed. We should see where we go and get ourselves attached and lose our attention. This is very important that we should be very careful about our attention. Where is it? So now the attention moves on with that. I mean, those who still move further and don't jump on the banks, still move in the river further on. Attention goes on, then they think that you see this kind, it works all the time, the insecurity part of it with it, so that this food could be lost. So what should we do to have better food? So they start thinking of money. So you know that the barter system became a system of money. People started having money. But then apart from food, clothing, other things started. And people started moving with it to the Mahakali power more and more, and the creative power more and more. The banks are also becoming subtler and subtler. The movement is also become subtler and subtler. So as the man started moving higher and higher, arts developed on the right side, and the idea of quality of life or quality of security changed. So both the sides becoming subtler and subtler, and the growth becoming subtler and subtler, man gets again lost into those subtler banks on the right and the left. Still you have to move further. So the Mahalakshmi power takes you higher and higher. That time then you think you must express yourself. And the expression starts in arts, culture. It starts also in your living, in your institutions of security like political advancement, political institutions. And that's how human beings reach a point where now they think they have done that was all possible, but still in a subtler way they are still lost.
So we'll continue on Friday. Let's just meditate now for some time. Let's just take a few mantras to take our attention higher still for the establishment of thoughtless awareness. Shri Vichara. You can even put our right hand on our agya, just bending our head a little bit into the palm. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvichara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And then taking our hand onto our sasrara, just massaging the sasrara clockwise direction with that right hand. Nirvikalpa Samadhi, to establish doubtless awareness. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvikalpa Samadhi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Just raising the hand above Sasrara, try to feel where your Kundalini is, that nice, cool flow. Keeping your attention there, bring the hands both back open in your lap. Just a couple more mantras. Ananya, Sri Ananya Bhakti, complete oneness of devotion. Sri Ananya Bhakti. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ananya Bhakti Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. To establish the Turiya state, the fourth state, where the soul becomes one with the Supreme Spirit. Shri Turiya Stitti Prastapani. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Turiya Stitti Prastapani Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Just allow your attention to float up higher and higher. And asking Shri Mataji, please come in my heart. Just being in the silence for a few minutes more. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to Shri Mataji. Namaskar. Raise our Kundalini, place ourselves in Bandhan. We will have a little bit more music, a concert in France in 1987. So it's Bishmala Khan performing before Shri Mataji and the yogis. So we'll just have that for another 5-10 minutes or so in case you want to continue with your meditation. Thank you, everyone. We'll just stop there. Thank you, everyone. We've got one Bandhan request. If anyone who's wanting to also advise of a Bandhan, you can either direct message on WhatsApp or come on to Zoom and put it in the chat. But let's do this one for Tirumalai Selvan, and you spell that Thirumalai Selvan. Let's give a nice collective Bandhan. Great. Thanks, everyone. Good night and good morning for those of you who are in morning time. See you next time, Friday.